I gave my girlfriend everything. Then I caught her sneaking around with another guy. Then, let me take you back about 3 years ago. I was 29, living in Phoenix, Arizona, and doing pretty well for myself. I'd worked my way up in a mid-sized tech firm, recently got promoted, and bought my first house. Nothing too flashy, but a comfortable 3-bedroom with a pool and a backyard that caught the Arizona sunset just right. Life felt like it was coming together. That's when I met Marissa. She was stunning. Long brunette hair, green eyes, always knew how to dress just right without trying too hard. I met her at a mutual friend's birthday party. She laughed at my jokes, said she loved guys who were driven and responsible. She told me she'd had bad luck with men who didn't know how to treat a woman. I fell fast. In the beginning, everything was perfect. We went on weekend trips, dinners downtown, spontaneous drives to Sedona. She made me feel like I was finally building something real with someone who appreciated it. A few months in, she hinted at moving in. I was hesitant at first, but she brought up rent prices and how hard it was living with 2 other girls. She wasn't working at the time, said she was trying to figure out her career path, but I figured I was doing well enough to cover things for a while. I wanted her to feel safe, supported, so I let her move in. No rent. I even helped her get a used car, because hers kept breaking down. I paid the insurance, grocery bills, all me, gas. I filled her tank every week. I didn't mind at the time. It felt like love. That's what you do, right? But over time, the girl who just needed some time to get her life on track turned into someone else. She wasn't even trying. She'd sleep in until noon, scroll through Instagram, and drop hints about wanting designer bags or weekend trips to California. Whenever I brought up her getting a job or going back to school, she'd cry or say I was ruining the vibe or stressing her out. So I'd back off. I didn't realize it right away, but she was conditioning me. Every time she cried or got upset, I gave in. A few months later, she started dropping hints about getting a bigger house. I just can't imagine having kids in a place this small, she'd say. Kids? We hadn't even talked seriously about marriage yet. That's when things really started unraveling. One night, I came home early from work with takeout, her favorite, Thai green curry. I wanted to surprise her. I found her sitting on the couch, phone angled awkwardly. I waited quietly near the entrance, just outside of her line of sight. She was on FaceTime with another guy, laughing, flipping her hair, talking about how exhausting it was to pretend with someone who thought money solved everything. My stomach dropped. She wasn't just ungrateful. She was playing me. I stood there for a second, quietly turned around, and walked right back out. I didn't say a word that night. I slept on the couch, but something in me snapped. The next morning, I left for work like usual, but I wasn't headed to the office. I was headed to the bank, to the lawyer, and to my cousin Brian, who happens to be a real estate agent. She wanted everything. She was about to lose it all. I wasn't angry. Not yet, anyway. I was calm, cold, even. It's strange how clarity hits you like a sledgehammer when you've been blind for so long. The betrayal burned, sure, but what ate at me more was the months I spent giving and giving, thinking I was building something real while she was stringing me along like a damn wallet with legs. So, I decided I wasn't going to yell, fight, or beg. I was going to be smart. That morning, I called my bank and removed her as an authorized user on my credit card. She had been using it for essentials, which somehow included Lululemon and DoorDash. I didn't cancel the card. I wanted her to try using it later. I wanted her to feel the decline. Next stop was the lawyer. Technically, the house was in my name, but Arizona's laws are tricky, and I didn't want her trying anything down the line. The lawyer advised me to send a formal notice to vacate. Since she wasn't paying rent, she wasn't a tenant. She had no legal grounds to stay. That would come later, after I gathered the rest of the evidence I needed. Then I called Brian, my cousin. He'd helped me buy the house and knew a few property managers. I told him I wanted to put the place up for rent, ASAP. If things went well, I wouldn't be staying here much longer. I'd already started checking out apartments and Airbnb options just to keep things fluid. And then, I waited. That night, I came home like nothing was wrong. She acted sweet, kissed me on the cheek, asked how my day was. I told her work was stressful. We watched Netflix. I acted like I didn't hear the FaceTime call the day before. I let her think she still had me wrapped around her finger. Over the next few days, I went full perfect boyfriend mode. Bought her flowers, cooked dinner, gave her space. I wanted her comfortable. I needed her to believe nothing had changed. But behind the scenes, I was stacking the deck. I found the guy she was FaceTiming. Some gym bro entrepreneur who sold shady supplements on Instagram and called himself a crypto coach. Real alpha male energy. His page was public, rookie mistake. I took screenshots of them commenting flirty stuff under each other's photos, her in his car, even a few suggestive ones in a mirror that I knew wasn't in my house. That weekend, she told me she needed a solo self-care day. Said she was going to the spa with her friend Qley. I smiled, kissed her on the forehead, and told her to enjoy. 5 minutes after she left, I tailed her. Not even subtle. I followed her car as she drove right past the spa and straight to Jim Bro's apartment. I waited down the street, took photos, her entering the building, him greeting her in shorts and no shirt. Got a video too. I didn't confront her. Not yet. When she came back that night all relaxed and smiling, I asked how the spa was. She said it was amazing and she really needed the break. I nodded, told her she deserved it. The next morning, I made her pancakes, told her I was going on a work trip for the weekend, and packed a bag. But I wasn't going anywhere. I rented a nearby Airbnb and moved my valuables out of the house. Changed all my passwords. Canceled her access to streaming accounts. Froze the credit card. And then I left one final gift on the kitchen counter before I walked out the door. A single sheet of paper. The printed FaceTime screenshots. And a sticky note. I gave you everything. You gave me lies. You have 7 days to leave. By the time she read that note, I was sipping coffee 2 blocks away, watching her blow up my phone. Missed calls, texts full of, I can explain, you're overreacting, and of course, the classic, it didn't mean anything. I didn't reply. Instead, I forwarded her a copy of the formal notice to vacate, signed by my lawyer. I had already changed the locks and security codes, so she couldn't come and go as she pleased anymore. I'd given her a deadline, 7 days. And I meant it. She didn't take it well. Day 1, she cried. Showed up outside the gate, mascara running, begging for forgiveness. I didn't even go outside. Day 2, she turned angry. Left voicemails cursing me out, calling me selfish and cold. Said I was ruining her life. Day 3, she tried guilt. Texted me long paragraphs about how she was just lost, how he didn't matter, and how she only wanted stability. Day 4, her friend Qley texted me, saying Marissa was really struggling, and I should be a man and talk to her. I blocked her too. By day 5, she figured out I wasn't bluffing. She messaged me asking for a few extra days to figure things out. I responded with one line. You figured out how to sneak around behind my back. Figure this out too. By the end of the week, she was gone. She took her clothes, makeup, and a couple of useless trinkets. She left behind a $400 Dyson hairdryer. Guess she couldn't carry it. And the fake Gucci bag I bought her thinking it was real. Poetic. Now, here's where the real karma kicks in. I made sure word got out, subtly, of course. My cousin Brian accidentally told mutual friends that I'd caught her cheating and had to evict her. Those friends stopped inviting her to anything. Turns out, people don't love freeloaders who play the victim when caught. Oh, and Jim Bro? He dumped her within a month. Probably figured out she wasn't the hot Instagram influencer she made herself out to be. She messaged me again later, begging to talk, saying she missed what we had. I didn't reply. I forwarded her last text to a friend of mine who writes for a dating advice blog. He turned it into an anonymous post titled, When You Choose Greed Over Good Men, a Case Study. Today, I live in San Diego. Got a new place by the beach, started dating again, slowly this time, and smarter. I still remember her sometimes, not with bitterness, but as a warning. She wanted the world without earning any of it. And when I gave it to her, she wanted more. So I took it all back. Every last bit. I appreciate you watching till the end. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content.